Yo, so every character in version 2.4 finally got revealed. We got the 5 stars back to back as usual, right? But for some reason it took the devs a little while to reveal the 4-star. But that's okay because I'll get to all that in a little bit. But we're gonna be starting off with the first character coming in version 2.4, which is Yunli. Now Yunli here is a 5-star and she's physical destruction, which very interesting combo, right? I say that because physical, I've said this a million times, so I'll say it once more. Physical, in my opinion, is just kind of a boring element. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe just, I don't know. There's no color to it. It's like I don't know, whatever the normal type in Pokemon is. That's kind of like what physical is. There's just nothing special about it. It feels like most physical characters just aren't that flashy. I don't know, apart from maybe the newer ones like Argenti or Hanya, but I don't know. Like still that's my thoughts on it. We haven't gotten a physical destruction character since version 1.0, you know, with both the Trailblazer and Clara. But very interesting combo here, right? She doesn't look like a physical character at all. She looks like she'd be fire, right, with the whole like fire stuff going on here and the man-made meteorite looking thing. Looks like that one curio from Simulated Universe. But yeah, Yunli here. We haven't seen her in game yet, obviously yet. Um, but we have a little bit of information to go off here, right? How her quote is, "Swords have a temper. Sometimes you have to touch them to calm them down. Put the hilt of the sword in your hand, and it'll tell you what's wrong." A sword hunter from the Shenzhou Zhuming in the Flaming Heart, General Huaiyan, Huaiyan's darling granddaughter. I don't know why I just had a massive brain fart there. Frank and straightforward, she practiced swordsmanship and forging from Huaiyan since young. Uh-huh. And thus is the second youngest prodigy swordsman of the flame wheel Octet. Fueled by an intense loathing for the cursed swords that emerged from the Zhuming, she vowed to hunt down and wipe out all cursed swords. So she's a swordsman, right? Very cool. We could be seeing some flashy stuff from her when she comes out. And she's one of the characters that was revealed for the war dance that's coming in the future. So based off of what we know so far, it's very likely, I'd say almost guaranteed, like 99% chance that the war dance that we've been hearing about from Hoyoverse recently is gonna be coming in version 2.4. So it's just constant action in this game. There is zero slow patches to be found here. We had 2.0 to 2.3 coming hot off of Panaconi. Every single update that we've had so far since 2.0, just intense, just action packed, right? Content packed, just filled with content. You get what I mean? And now that we're finally done with the craziness that is Panaconi, we're just going straight back to the Shenzhou. Already getting into into a different rabbit hole with this whole war dance thing, which I speculated is kind of like maybe like some sort of tournament arc in the Shenzhou. Something like that would be really cool, but we don't know yet. We just have to wait until 2.4, which the special program for 2.4 is going to be a whole 6 weeks from now. So that's halfway through July. So for now, it's just going to be better to look forward to what's coming in version 2.3. But anyways, the next character here is Jiao Chu. Now, Jiao Chu here is also a 5-star, and he's going to be coming in the second half of version 2.4, and we know this because he was the second 5-star to be revealed and not the first. That's kind of how things go with gym marketing. It's always the character that comes out first, or the 5-star that comes out first that gets revealed first. Most likely this is going to be no exception, but he's fire nihility. And you know, he's got a bunch of flames around him. This time he is actually fire. He does look like a fire character. The other one, Yunli, while she does also look like a fire character for some reason, she's physical. Whatever. His quote here is, "No matter how many times I say it, people always forget. Cooking is medicine, and making medicine is cooking. Using food to treat the sick is my specialty. As the saying goes, a chef who doesn't want to be a healer isn't worth his salt or pepper for that matter." W quote, you know, W quote. This is kind of yappy here, but he's a Foxian, as we can see from his little ears. And while Yunli is from the Shenzhou Juming, Jiaochu is actually from the Shinjo Yaoqing, so neither of these two characters are from the Shinjo Wofu, you know, the Shinjo region that we actually have in the game. He's from a totally different uh Shinjo ship. I guess both of the 5 stars are, but he's basically like a healer, right? He's kind of a big deal in like the medicinal scene. So even though he is Nihility, we could be seeing like a Nihility healer, right? Acheron support question mark. Something like that would be pretty cool, you know. A healer who isn't in abundance class. It's totally possible because Hoyoverse, they're just like doing the craziest stuff with the characters that come out these days in Star Rail. Like we're only a year in this game, but like the content that we have now, it's like you gotta trust me on this, but Star Wars is just totally a different game than how it was a year ago when it launched. Yeah, you have all these crazy characters like Acheron and Sparkle, really putting the older characters to shame. I'm not gonna lie, like Sealy, Bronya, not just that they're being power crept, but straight up like the newer characters are just way cooler. So hopefully Yunli and Jiaochu will be no exception to that. Um, and again, like I said, we could be seeing an Acheron support maybe, who knows, or at the very least some kind of Nihility healer. If he is a healer, that would be really good with Acheron, because again, like I said, at E0, Acheron needs 2 Nihility characters apart from her on the team in order to actually like fully utilize her. And Jiaochu he'd basically be like a 2-1-1. If he could also support like buff characters and debuff enemies, which since he's Nihility most likely, that could be like a 3-in-1 package that could be perfect for Acheron. That might be a little bit too hopeful though, but that's Jiaochu. I forgot to mention, but last thing real quick, he's also another one of the characters that we'll be seeing in the War Dance, so most likely it'll be in version 2.4. And now we have the third character coming in version 2.4 along with the last character, or the third character that was revealed in the War Dance. March 7th, okay, March 8th, March 7th part 2. So March 7th part 2 here is Imaginary and Hunt, right? Still a 4-star, but at the start of this year, the devs did say that March 7th is going to be getting, or that she was going to be getting some kind of special feature exclusive to her. The way they worded it heavily implied that she wasn't going to get like a 5-star or anything. It's not like Danhong and then Danhong and Babida Lune type stuff. It's nothing like that. The way they worded it made it sound like she'd get a special feature exclusive to her. And here it is. So I actually think that this is even bigger of a difference than, you know, the whole Trailblazer switching classes thing, because while she does switch both her class and her element, she also switches outfits. So this could totally be like an introduction to outfits in Honkai Star Rail. I think something like that is way overdue at this point. They totally could have revealed, or they totally could have added some outfits into the game. They had a lot of opportunities too, but they totally could have done it in 2.3, like summer outfits, right? But we didn't get that. It's a shame, you know. Like I said, I think that's long overdue, along with of course, like some kind of housing system. I think those two features we needed them a while ago. And still don't have them in the game yet. They'll probably come eventually, but there's a March 7th March 7th part 2. She was revealed to be a part of the War Dance. So this is gonna be some kind of huge event in the Shenzhou for sure. I feel like it's gonna be a tournament arc. I think we're gonna be getting a new region, or not. Okay, new region would be cool, but I think we're gonna be getting some kind of new area in the Shenzhou. Maybe multiple new areas. Of course, the Shenzhou Lofu is already big enough. Why not make it even bigger, right? But that's it. That's it for this video. Those are all 3 of the characters coming in the Shenzhou War Dance. Oh well, there's more characters, but those are all of the 3 characters coming in version 2.4. Not too sure if March 7th part 2 here is gonna be summonable, like a totally different character, like Danhong and Danhong and Babra Lune, or if it's just gonna be like a part of March 7th's kit, you know, like just a class change. I don't know. Not too sure yet, but it does kind of seem like this might be a part of like regular March 7th. And this does say event here, so who knows if the war dance is gonna be an event or like a permanent feature in the game. Who knows? But anyways, that's it. Goodbye.